Hey, how you doing YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about how the Phoenix Suns could shock the NBA. Now, I mean, y'all might be thinking, why would you make this kind of video on the Phoenix Suns? The Phoenix Suns are horrible, they're not a very good team. Well, I mean, I want to get this clear, I'm not a Phoenix Suns fan, but just looking at their roster, looking at the additions they did, besides the one bad trade that they did to get Ryan Anderson, I think that was a pretty bad trade, but besides getting that, I'm pretty sure they had one of the better off seasons in the league out of most teams. They had a pretty good draft. I mean, and I'm just going to be getting into how they could potentially shock the NBA. Now, yes, I know this is after Devin Booker had to get hand surgery and will be out for the first 6 weeks of the NBA season, but this is going to be after he returns to the team, obviously. So, I mean, I'm going to be giving some reasons why I think he could shock the NBA, or the Suns could shock the NBA, and, you know, all like that. And now, I'm not saying they're going to make the finals, or even the conference finals, or nothing like that, but, I mean, it would be shocking for the Suns to really even make the playoffs at this point, because they've been so bad. So, I mean, I'm going to be getting into some reasons why I think they could absolutely do that. So, without further ado, without rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so the first reason I'm getting for this video is going to be their young talent. And I mean, they have tons and tons of young talent, as they have a future superstar in Devin Booker. And Devin Booker is only 23 years old and has been in the league for 3 years. I mean, he is an extremely young player. He has shown superstar potential, and he is an absolute beast. One of the best shooting guards in the entire NBA. And in only his third year in the NBA, he was able to average 25 points per game, 4.7 assists per game, and 4.5 rebounds per game. And that was with pretty much zero help. The Phoenix Suns team was very bad, and I mean, it was led by Devin Booker, and Devin Booker was the only real player that deserved to be on NBA roster. I mean, Marquise Chris, you can debate, but I mean, pretty much he was one of the only players that really deserved to be on starting an NBA roster on the team, and he was able to have a very good year. I mean, he led him to a couple wins. I mean, obviously not a lot, just because he didn't have enough help, but I mean, still, he had a very good season, especially for it only being his third season ever. And I mean, out of every shooting guard in the NBA, he averaged the most points per game. So I mean, that is over people like Jimmy Butler and DeMar DeRozan, two very elite players, and Devin Booker is definitely up there with the elite right now. He's just so young. I think players, I mean, and his team was so bad, I think people in the NBA, like front offices and stuff, kind of like overlook him. But once the team starts to get better and starts to turn the corner, I'm sure that a lot more people will be paying a lot more attention to Devin Booker. But then also, despite having Devin Booker, they also had a very good draft class, as with the #1 overall pick, they got DeAndre Ayton, and I mean, but also they were able to get 10th overall pick Mikal Bridges in a trade, and I mean, both these players have very high upsides, and I mean, a lot of teams have very high hopes for them to be a very good player in this league. DeAndre Ayton, obviously, they want him to be a superstar, and I mean, people are even, this is kind of a stretch, but people are kind of comparing it to maybe a Kobe and Shaq kind of duo with Booker and Ayton. Now, I'm not going to go that far and say it's going to be that good, but Ayton's a very strong player, and usually those very strong built players end up being very good in the league. So I'm pretty sure DeAndre Ayton will end up being an elite center one day. And Mikal Bridges, I really don't know that much about him, but I mean, I know he's a pretty good scorer, and he could be a very good scorer. As I mean, look at it all together. They could have a big three of Booker, I mean, they have a big four, because I'm going to be getting into the fourth guy, and I haven't got into him yet. They could have a big three right now of Booker, Ayton, and Mikal Bridges. Booker and Ayton, like I said, could be that kind of Kobe-Shaq combo. Maybe, obviously, probably not as good as what they were, but I mean, definitely kind of like resemble that, or be a shell of what that was. But then Mikal Bridges can come in and offer that scoring, and like just be that perimeter scorer, that dude that can cut in the paint and everything. He's a small forward / shooting guard type player. So, I mean, it's going to be kind of interesting to see where he fits in the thing. But then that fourth player I was talking about is going to be Josh Jackson, who, I mean, had a pretty good rookie year last year. He was kind of a disappointment in the beginning, but he kind of started living up to expectations as he got more and more comfortable in the league. As, I mean, he was able to have a pretty good rookie year, as he averaged 13 points per game, 2 assists per game, and 5 rebounds per game. And I'm sure he will continue to improve and up his game, and those stats will only improve as the years go on. And I mean, 13 points per game as a rookie is pretty solid, and I mean, I definitely do think they have a good player in him. And so now they're gonna have a young big four, as the oldest player in the big four is Devin Booker, and Devin Booker is only 23 years old, which is a very nice sign for your team, and nice to see that they're going in the right direction. Devin Booker can provide that superstar talent, be the scorer, be the clutch guy. DeAndre Ayton is going to be able to protect the paint, do everything, kind of like hold down the paint. Mikal Bridges is going to be the guy that can shoot threes, score, just give you some points. And then, I mean, Josh Jackson, I don't know how he's going to fit in, but I mean, I'm sure he'll still be able to fit in at that front court. And they will actually be a very, very nice front court with Josh Jackson and DeAndre Ayton. And I want to see how they kind of like mesh together as well. But now my second reason is going to be their backcourt. As yes, they don't have a point guard right now. And I understand that it's usually pretty valuable to a backcourt. But I mean, when you look at it, when Devin Booker comes back from his injury, he is going to have no problem being their starting point guard. He is going to be their point guard unless they do make a trade for one. But I mean, he is a very good point guard actually, because when he did play point guard last year, he actually excelled at it, and it definitely showed that he can play the shooting guard and point guard position and can play it very well. So I mean, really, they're not going to be losing much in the point guard spot when Devin Booker comes back. But that is going to force Mikal Bridges, who plays small forward and shooting guard, he plays both of the positions, is probably going to move Mikal Bridges to the shooting guard position, which is going to bolster their 1-2 punch a ton. As I mean, cause another reason he would move to the shooting guard when Devin Booker moves to the point guard is because Mikal Bridges, would be the backup to Trevor Ariza right now at small forward. So I mean, I think they want him to start. So they're going to start Mikal Bridges at shooting guard, move Devin Booker to point guard, keep Trevor Ariza there, and then start Ayton and Josh Jackson in the front court. But I mean, with Mikal Bridges, Trevor Ariza, and Devin Booker and Trevor Ariza are both proven. Devin Booker can light up the scoring column on any day, take over the game any day. Trevor Ariza is one of the best veteran 3-and-D players in the entire NBA right now. He's an excellent 3-and-D player and is a huge part to why Houston almost went to the NBA Finals last year. And then Mikal Bridges, we don't know what he can do yet, but he's more of a slasher, scorer, playmaker type dude, and no telling what he'll be able to do at the shooting guard position, playing guys that are smaller than him. And I mean, since he'll be used to playing small forward position, which is a very, very hard position to play in the NBA, when he be moved to shooting guard, maybe he'll be able to excel in that position as well. And just no telling how he's going to be that good. So I mean, I just think with a trio of Booker, Mikal, and Trevor Ariza, that's just going to be a very good backcourt in the NBA. And I really want to see how that is going to work out. Because a lot of people are thinking the backcourt is going to be absolutely awful. But I mean, yes, you need a point guard, but I think Devin Booker is going to take over that point guard role for the team, and they're not going to be actually struggling that much. Maybe they're depth at point guard they're going to be struggling at, but I don't think they're going to be struggling much at in the starting point guard position as much as people think they're going to. But my third and final reason is going to be their defense will be much improved. Last year they were ranked dead last in defense. They were a god awful defensive team. I mean, you just can't get much worse than they were. I'm not trying to bash the Phoenix Suns, but they were just a very, very bad team. And for a team that wasn't great on offense either, if you're giving up a lot of points and not scoring a lot of points, you're not going to win many games. And that's probably why I think they ended up winning like less than 20 games last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I mean, with the additions of Ariza, Ayton, and Bridges, their defense should definitely be way more improved. As I mean, Ayton will be able to lock down the paint with Josh Jackson. I mean, Josh Jackson isn't a great defender, but I mean, DeAndre Ayton is a very good rim protector and grab your rebounds, and he would just automatically be a very, very nice body to have in the paint to block shots. As I'm pretty sure he averaged almost 2 blocks per game in college, so he can definitely protect the paint very, very well. But then Trevor Ariza, like I said, one of the best 3-and-D players in the league, a very good defensive player. He hustles a lot, plays very strong D, and is going to be able to slow down any other team's 3 that they have on or whoever he is on. And then Mikal Bridges, he's not known for his defense or anything, but he can still play defense, and I would be very excited to see how that's going to work out. So I think if you can improve their defense, because also not only will their defense improve, but so that with their offense, because the better your defense is, the better your offense is going to be, and just these additions are also going to help their offense. So I mean, I can't see many case scenarios where their defense at least doesn't get in the top 20. I mean, that would be a huge step forward for the Phoenix Suns. If they can get in the top 15, that would be an unbelievable step to go from dead last to top, be above average or just an average defense in the league. That would be a very, very nice step for the Phoenix Suns. I do think they're starting to turn the corner and that they're going to start becoming one of the better teams in the NBA, maybe a playoff contender, not this year, but maybe like next 2 or 3 years to come. But unfortunately, guys, I'm the first videos to comment below. Do you agree with me? Do you think that the Phoenix Suns could potentially be a playoff contender to come? Do you think they could shock the NBA, make the playoffs this year? Do you think their defense is going to improve? What do you think their main asset to this team? Do you think they're going to be a bust? I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions below. And I cannot thank y'all enough for all the support y'all been showing. I just cannot. It's been amazing, and I mean, I've been uploading daily for y'all for a while now. I mean, I don't like to brag about uploading daily because I mean, like, it's just what I'm supposed to do. Like, okay, I'm doing literally what I'm supposed to do. Why am I bragging about it? But like, I've been putting in this grind for y'all, and I've just been seeing so much support back. So I mean, I was about to say as long as y'all are showing support, but I'm gonna be doing this without y'all support or not. But I mean, to have y'all support you while going through this and just seeing that like I'm getting closer and closer to my dream every single day, it means a lot. And I just have to thank y'all after every video. I think like it's very important to thank your subscribers as much as possible, and I cannot thank y'all enough for this opportunity that y'all are giving me. So I mean, just with that said, hope you have a blessed day, because I had a blessed day, and I hope you liked the video. And if you did like the video, at any point, like button and subscribe button, and I hope you have a blessed day, because I had a blessed day, so you need to have a blessed day. See you tomorrow's video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah, 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 blah.